disempower and disenfranchise people of color, poor people, and young people from one end of our country to the other.
What it means to be an American, who has done more in the past 40 years or so to shine a light on what America is than Brian Lamb.
Can happen. So then how can we learn from our past to know more about what's going on in this time period of swirling, dueling interests so that we can do better in the future? The 15th Amendment.
The right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude.
The 15th Amendment was ratified on February 3, 1870.
It was signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson.
The 15th Amendment states that the United States or any state cannot take away any man's right to vote due to their race, color, or history.
Ultimately, it gave all men equal rights to vote.
We can't vote? We can't vote?
We can't vote?
We can't vote?
Why can't we vote?
Why can't we vote?
Yes, you can. 15th Amendment allows all men to vote, no matter what your race, color, or your previous condition of servitude.
No, the 15th Amendment is very important. I mean, that's the way people actually engage in the government they have, how their city, for us, how our city runs, you know, what kind of things we build. Some things can be very controversial. How we pay the bill. You know, water bill is something that gets a lot of people's attention because it's all controlled locally. But we have to charge enough to be able to pay for all the services and the water we buy we sell. So that's but it's a critical part even on the national level. We all have a say in who is president, who's going to represent us to write the laws and fund the projects we need and pay the bills and keep us safe. We all have a voice in that. We all should.
Well, the 15th Amendment is the beginning of the freedom that we all needed to enjoy to make this country work. Unfortunately, it was limited to males only, and it wasn't until the 19th Amendment in 1920 was passed, 50 years after the 15th Amendment, that women got the right to vote. And there's half of the people in the United States who only for the last 100 years have had the right to vote.
Well, being as this is my first year as an 18-year-old, that does mean that I am legally allowed to vote. And I think that it's really important that, especially my generation, voices out our opinion, because there may or may not be things that are happening in the world that we want to see change in, or we want to see a brighter future both for us and our kids and their kids. And the only way that that's going to be able to happen is if people my age and up vote.
It was very exciting. I thought it would be very easy, but I realized it is a huge responsibility. While you have the power to make your voice heard, at the same time, it also is a highly responsible job as a citizen. I had to do some research and assess the issues before I voted. So it's both a sense of power and responsibility.
Some people might say that the 15th Amendment does not define their American experience because there are other amendments that they feel are a better example of the American experience.
But we believe that the 15th Amendment best represents the American experience because it lets all U.S. citizens have a voice in the government and what goes on in this country. It gives us a voice and freedom to speak our voice, which is what the American experience is all about.
My American experience
giving me the freedom
to vote and to express my opinion.
By being able to exercise my right to vote.
Voting has given me the opportunity for my voice to be heard.
Come up with an opinion that is best for the country.